Shoot, man. First things first, congratulations to the new champ, Timothy Bradley. It's a little sketchy. Wasn't dominant fashion, wasn't anything like that. Second thing, I like to say the judges did a good job. None of the judges' scorecards weren't that different. All the judges were pretty much on the same page. So, for all the haters and all the people who have something to say about the judges' scorecards, dude, they had a split decision. Off by 1 round apiece. Everybody only were 1 round. So, kick rocks. 15-13. I heard the worst thing I heard was all the Pacquiao penis riding going on in the commentary. Showtime is about to surpass HBO because with that kind of nonsense going on, I just don't see how they can stay on top for too long. I heard, back in the day, Showtime was bigger for boxing for like a decade, and then HBO's got their little 10, 15-year shine, their run. They're on their way down. They got old people doing their commentary, and then they got, I don't know, man. I kind of like Max Kellerman. I don't really, have too much negative to say about him, but he a part of a dick riding team right now, calling Pacquiao one of the greatest ever, and all kind of stuff. And realistically, Pacquiao was built up to try to have somebody compete with Floyd, and Pacquiao done lost before, and he came back and won. But he done had fights where he done got pretty much dominated and all kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like, he can fight, and I respect him, and I like the way he fights. But, trying to call this man like the phenom and whatever, like, man, if he was that great, when someone told him to take a drug test, he should have jumped up at the opportunity to be like, motherfucker, I'm the shit naturally. So, I have my feelings about that, but him taking his friggin' half an hour off camera out the way of the friggin' sights of, like, pay-per-view cameras, away from his dressing room and away from his coach for like half an hour before the fight to supposedly stretch, which he could have been doing while he was watching the basketball game. Like, come on, man. That was so much nonsense, I didn't even know what to call it. I wish I could go to a fight and the commission and everybody waiting on me and pay-per-view. People paid, millions have paid, not just thousands and hundreds. Millions have paid around the world, and I'm going to hold everybody up and won't even let you see what I'm doing. I'm just going to tell you I'm stretching. That's crazy, man. That sounds like some crazy bullshit if you ask me. But on to the scorecards. Timothy Bradley, he outboxed Pacquiao in the first 2 rounds. And if you listen to the commentary, these people have the nerve to sit there and look at Pacquiao throw 3 punches and only land 4 punches in the first round and turn around and say, that was a Pacquiao round. Are you kidding me? In what world does that make sense? We fighting for 3 minutes in a round. 3. And you have to win the round. 3 minutes of it. Someone has to do better for the duration of 3 minutes. You land 4 significant punches that can be thrown in 5 seconds, and you win a 3-minute round? Are you living in a Twilight Zone? Come on, man. Really. That's that BS. Honestly, it makes me skeptical and afraid to fight on HBO. With commentators like that, I don't know. I'm glad the judges did what they did, and they saw the fight for how it really went. Timothy Bradley's face looked pretty okay after his fight. He was getting hit with so many hard shots. No, when Pacquiao hits people with so many hard shots, their face would be fucked up after the fight. Timothy Bradley looked quite alright, because he wasn't getting hit that much. When Pacquiao was throwing punches, Timothy Bradley was stepping back, bobbing and weaving. Pacquiao was trying to clap his hands and tell him to come forward. Bradley said, man, look, I came here to box, and he boxed him. When Bradley twisted his ankle in like the third, fourth round, he went on a more subtle approach where he wasn't moving forward that much. He only would jump forward with like 2, 3 punches. I think Bradley could have did some things better. I don't think he dominated by any means of the word. But when you look at a boxing match and you're judging a boxing match on boxing, me and you can't go into a boxing match and you throw punches at me, throw 70 punches at me, and then I come back and throw 20 punches at you and I land 5 and I win the round every round for fucking 12 rounds. These people tried to say he won a whitewash, like he was just dominating, beating the brakes off of Bradley. Bradley wasn't running from him. Bradley moved, he bobbed, he weaved. Bradley wasn't doing nothing like to be beaten. You know what I mean? Like, he got hit a couple times. He's in a boxing match. He's supposed to get hit a couple times. Every round they could give, and they were all close rounds. Every round they could give, they gave it to Pacquiao. The commentary made me sick, man. It was disgusting. And when Bradley landed a punch, watch this. Watch the tape and turn the volume up if you want to hear the nonsense. Bradley lands a flush hook, right hook, left hook, flush shots. It's silent. They don't say nothing. They say Pacquiao's name over 100 times and say Bradley was like 5. And they're not even saying Bradley's name to say anything positive that he does. It was nonsense, man. It was nonsense from the gate. It was nonsense until they rang the bell. I was in shock that Bradley actually won a split decision. I thought anyhow it was going close to the cards, Bradley wasn't going to get it. I was wrong. Those judges, they're going to be judges that are well respected and go down as some good judges and notable fights. This is going to be one of them where they made real decisions and wasn't swayed by the money and all that stuff. Because honestly, I thought Bob Arum had him in his pocket and was going to do that because Manny Pacquiao is the bigger money fighter. Bradley, the way he fought, I don't think it's going to bring a lot of money to the value to his fights or whatever. But at the same time, Bradley, he can fight Mayweather now and say, look, I beat Pacquiao, so go ahead and collect that check, Bradley. I'm happy for him. You know what I mean? He worked real hard. He didn't punch the way I thought he should punch. All his little slapping-looking punches and stuff like that. Sometimes, you know, it's not that effective looking, not that entertainment. But you had Manny Pacquiao bleeding. You know what I mean? Manny Pacquiao didn't have him bleeding or real busted up. So he was doing something. And when they got inside and they got real tight, like he was landing uppercuts and he was landing the cleaner shots until like the middle of the fight, I guess. I don't know. You know, watch it yourself. If you really want to know what happened, you really want to really judge the fight, turn your volume all the way off and don't listen to those dick riders on the commentary. And just sit there and just sit and watch. No volume, no people screaming, oh, Pacquiao, don't watch the names. Just look at two men boxing in silence. And say to yourself, this person won. This person lost. Every round. Don't say that for the whole fight. Say that every round. And when you count your rounds, see who you think won. I think Bradley could have won the split decision. I think Pacquiao could have won the split decision. That's why it was a split decision. But realistically, all that nonsense that I'm hearing, oh, it's this, it's that, it's cheating, it's that, ain't nobody fucking cheat. Pacquiao didn't say he felt cheated. He said he felt like he won. But other than that, it was a regular boxing match where people were real close and didn't do much. Pacquiao waited 2 minutes for every round to try to win 1 minute of the round. If it's a 3 minute round and you only win 1 minute of it and you didn't knock him out or knock him down, that don't say that you won it. Every round you're gonna do that. So you got 12 rounds and you fight 1 minute each round. You fought 1 minute. You fought 12 minutes in a 36-minute bout. Why does that make you win? A decision. You know what I mean? You didn't knock him out, so you didn't even knock him down. So whatever. Bradley won. He earned it. He deserves it. I wouldn't have said, "Oh, I'm gonna go home and watch and see if I won." Like I wouldn't have said that if I was Bradley. But you know, he took a couple shots to the head. Maybe he didn't know what he was saying. But hey, if you disagree or you agree, leave your comments on the bottom.